Hello, mic testing. Hello, hello. Hello, mic testing. Hello. Hello, Roy, sir. Audio is clear and screen is visible. Just let me know in the chat box so I can start. Thank you, Sunil Chavan, sir, for confirming the audio and screen is visible to everyone. We are just joining and we will wait for just exactly 5 minutes. We will start at 11 a.m. sharply. So once again, I welcome you on this journey of using of technology to reduce the burden on the teachers. So during the session, if you have any type of queries, please note it down. At the end of sessions, we will have the question answer session. Thank you, Sunil sir. I have received near about 1200 registration, and right now in our meeting, near about 100 people are joined. So voice is clear, isn't it? For the newly joined members. Okay. Thank you, Vijay ma'am, Radhika ma'am, for confirming. Thank you, Nikhil. We will start within 2 minutes only now because just 2 minutes for 11 a.m. We will start at sharply. We will not wait for the few people's yet to join. We will start sharply at 11 a.m. This is the initiative just sharing the expertise with the fellow teachers. So this kind of webinar is not going to organized by any organizations or institute. Hence, we are not going to provide the certificates, but definitely once you have submitted the feedback, by the evening you will get some attachment in that particular mail, and you will be very happy to get that particular materials. So good morning, all dear faculty members who have joined through this webinar. I think most of you have very well familiar with me, but those who are joined from the outside of Maharashtra. So, dear faculty member, myself, Dr. Prashant Aragade, I am working as a senior lecturer in Department of Pharmacy, Government Polytechnic, Jalgaon. In last year, our Department of Pharmacy has got the 6-year accreditations from the NBA, and we are the first in the India. We got the 6-year accreditations in the first attempt. Most of the institutes right now having the 6-year accreditations in the Diploma Pharmacy Institute, but they have got that 6-year accreditations in second or third attempt. But in the Department of Pharmacy, we have able to achieve these great achievements, that is 6-year accreditations in the first attempt. So let's start the journey to simplify the COPO mapping and attainment with the AI. Dear faculty members, having the mapping or having the come to know the concepts of course outcome, program outcomes, or the attainment, etc., etc. It is the documentary part of the accreditation purpose, or you can say the now the QCI, that is Quality Control of India. But as far as my practice is concerned, if you are able to practice it in your day-to-day teaching and learning process, definitely it will be useful to establish you as an effective teacher, and your teaching and learning process is beyond your you can say the imagination. So day-to-day practice of OBE, that is outcome based educations, and the COPO mapping or the attainment of the COs, and how to fulfill the gaps of the program outcomes or the curriculums. So it will really give you a better idea about how to improve your teaching and learning process. Where we went wrong, where we need to have the improvements, isn't it, in particular concepts or particular area, you will get clear cut idea by practicing this outcome based education. So I have just started the initiative to share the some important aspects with my dear fellow teachers. As you know very well, whenever the MSBT has declared the schedules of academic monitoring, most of the our new faculty members who have joined recently in the diploma institutes, they are just asking for the COPO mapping, how to map the CO with PO, or how to attain calculate the attainment of the COs and POs, etc., etc., etc. So we got the lots of messages in our different WhatsApp groups, isn't it? Yes or no? So I thought, why we cannot conduct such a kind of activity, so that the new faculty members who have recently joined, those who have the experience less than 5 years, so they might have the chance to gain something information about these OB techniques, or you can say the outcome based education. So they will come to know how to overcome their fear, or how to be a confident in practicing day-to-day teaching and learning process. So, dear faculty members, let's start our um, discussion now. Uh, so once again, I welcome you in this webinar. So dear faculty members, at the end of this webinar, you will be able to definitely explain the OBE principles and COPO mapping fundamentals. So when we talk about the OBE, that is outcome based educations, always your lectures should be start with the learning outcomes. Means what are expected to be learned at the end of this webinar. So at the end of this webinar, you will be able to integrate some AI tools in the mapping process in your teaching and learning process. This is really going to be helpful to you. I'm going to share how to apply some Excel techniques, or you can say the Excel templates for the attainment calculations. And at the end, I am going to share that template with you. Those who have submitted, those who will be going to submit the feedback link very effectively. I will share that Excel template, which I am going to give the demonstration in at the end of this session. And at the end of these sessions, you will be able to implement the good practices for the NBA Quality Council of India accreditations, that is the best practices. So these are the outcomes I have prepared for this webinar. Okay, so before going further, I want to ask one questions to you, and I want your response. Right now, how confident are you with COPO mapping? So you have to just uh, enter the scale 1 to 5. If you are more confident or very confident, just put 5. Or if you are no, if you don't have any confidence, just put 1. So I need to know at what level you have the confidence for the mapping of COPO. Okay, thank you, Tushar sir, Amit sir. Now most of the peoples are giving the good answer. Sushant sir, 5. That's very confident, Sushant sir. That's good. Nice. Okay, I am just watching your charts on different device. That's good. That's good. Okay, 4. Dr. Damle ma'am. That's very good. Deepak Kadam sir, 5. Very good. That's okay. Pankaj Kupse sir, 2. That's good. Anil sir, 0. Okay. Tare ma'am, 2. Okay. Vaibhav Patil, 4. So most of you have the confidence. So we have the peoples who have joined this webinar. Uh, uh, they are having the diversity in the confidence level of having the COPO mapping level. And I am really happy to come to know that most of you have confidence, and some of you have required this kind of activity so that your COPO mapping level get changed. That's good. Okay, so let's start. The outcome based education, that is OBE. You have seen that when I have started my webinar, I am always started with the learning outcomes. That is, we should have the measurable learning outcomes. This is the central goal of outcome based education. What is going to happen, what is going to learn at the end of the lectures, at the end of the semester, at the end of the year, that outcomes, whenever you have fixed that outcomes, and when you are trying to achieve that outcomes by having some practices, that is nothing but the outcome based education. So before to start of the academic year, you should have the outcomes in your hand. What is going to taught to the students, and how you are going to attain that particular outcomes, that practice is called as outcome based education. No doubt, previously, the traditional method was the teacher-centered approach, but this OBE has the student-centered approach, because whatever we are going to inculcate into the knowledge, inculcate to the students, that will be really helpful in them for the future. So we need to inculcate some skills, knowledge, and attitude within the students, and that skills, attitude, and knowledge really helpful to the students for their life and career, isn't it? So these are the some of the basic idea about the OB. I'm not going to take it into the deep. Just have a overlook of the OB. In brief, the OB is nothing but the we have to first set the learning outcomes, which are the measurable, Now PCA has already given the course outcomes for each and every courses, and you have the freedom to uh, change that outcomes, to set the outcomes as far as the NBA or the QCI norms are concerned. And we have to adopt the student-centered approach for in regular teaching and learning process. And definitely, it will be really helpful to us for improving our teaching and learning process. So, dear faculty members, those who have justly joined the teaching profession, I would like to clear their concepts about the course and programs, isn't it? Course, whenever this word came in your mind, that time always we think that diploma course in pharmacy or bachelor course in pharmacy or diploma in mechanical engineering, diploma in civil engineering, like that, isn't it? But dear faculty members, as far as the NBA, NAC, or now the QCI norms are concerned, whenever you came to know this word course, it indicates the subjects. Course word indicates the subject, that is different subjects. We have the 5 courses in the first year diploma course in pharmacy and having the 6 subjects, that is 6 courses in second year diploma pharmacy, isn't it? So course is a subject and program outcomes. So let's keep the outcomes words separately. Program means what? The our diploma pharmacy is a program. Bachelor pharmacy, B Pharm, is a program. Diploma in civil engineering is a program. Bachelor degree in a mechanical engineering is a program. So course is a subjects and program is a, that particular diploma or a degree, isn't it? So course outcomes are smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So we have to achieve that outcomes within a within that particular semester or throughout the year for the annual pattern. Suppose if you teach the pharmaceutic subjects and PCA has given some outcomes for the pharmaceutics, then you have to use that course outcome to complete the curriculum, and at the end of annual examinations or sectional examinations, you need to measure it whether that course outcomes is attained or not. So course outcomes need to be attained within a specific time of period. Means for the those who are having the semester pattern, they have to complete in the semester, or those who are having the annual pattern, then we need to check it at the end of the year. Even for the sectional examination, we can able to calculate the attainment of the course outcomes. On the other hand, the program outcomes is the broader statement. It is not a specific one. It is a broader statement, it is very comprehensive. Means what students are going to learn at the end of your program. Means after the completion of 2 years of diploma course, what students have the skills, knowledge, or the attitude, isn't it? That is the broader term. And course outcome is what? What students are going to learn at the end of this course, isn't it? So what they have achieved, what they have attained at the end of course, means once you have completed the syllabus of pharmaceutics or pharmaceutical chemistry or social pharmacy, so how much they have gained. So you have to calculate the attainment at the end of course, that is that particular subject. But the program outcomes, it should be achieved at the end of your program. That is for the diploma course in pharmacy, 2 years completion is required. For a diploma in engineering, 3 years. For B Pharm, we require 4 years. So through the course, means through the subjects, we are going to inculcate the program outcomes into our students. We are not directly teach the program outcomes to the students. We accomplish the attainment of the program outcomes through the different courses. That is, in first year we have taught the 5 courses to the first year students, 6 courses in the second year student. So this total 11 courses for the diploma course in pharmacy. Through these 11 courses, that program outcomes are going to be achieved. So program outcomes are the broader statement, and it can be achieved through the course outcomes. That's why we need to focus on first course outcomes and then think about the program outcomes. I think this is sufficient information regarding the clarity about the course outcomes and program outcomes. So here I have taken one example in front of you. This is the one of the course outcomes of the pharmacy law and ethics subjects from the second year diploma course in pharmacy. So at the end of the year, by studying the whole content of the pharmacy law ethics subject, that is course, the students will be able to describe the history and evolution of pharmacy law in the India. So this is the course outcome. So at the end of the second year, or at the end of after the completion of the content of the syllabus of pharmacy law and ethics, the students will be able to describe the history and evolution of pharmacy law in India. So this is the course outcome. However, the program outcomes given by NBA, there are 9 program outcomes for the diploma in pharmacy. First program outcome is pharmacy knowledge. So how the students are going to have this value, that is the pharmacy knowledge, whether that particular knowledge associated with the profession of pharmacy he has or not at the end of second year, isn't it? So that knowledge is always with him, and through the different courses, that is through the 11 courses, that particular students are going to know about the pharmacy knowledge, isn't it? So through course outcome, the program outcomes are going to be achieved. That's why the CO-PO correlations needs to be maintained. CO-PO mapping is needs to be calculated for what? Whether that particular CO is able to correlate with that particular PO. Means what? We will see after the 2 slides. Okay. Now, I have taken one example in front of you. Whatever the images used in that particular slide now, some of the images I have taken from the pre-pic, and some of the images, another image is converted by using the AI tool. So you will get the idea properly about the course outcome and program outcomes. So this is the entry level of our students, those who are entered into the first year of our diploma in pharmacy. So that is 12th science pass students. So during education, pharmacy education, that is first year and second year, and at the end of the second year, now the 12th standard students is transformed into the pharmacist, isn't it? And through the 11 courses, that is 5 courses in the first year and the 6 courses in the second year, through that courses, now students have these competencies into their personality. Students now have the information about, means they are came to know that about the pharmacy knowledge. They are somewhat use some modern tools related to the pharmacy. They have some leadership skills, isn't it? They have now the professional identity as a pharmacist. They have learned some ethics for the practicing of the profession of pharmacy. They have the good communication skill to the different aspects during the first and second year. So these are the program outcomes. So we need to transform the student into the pharmacist through the 11 courses, and 11 courses having the outcomes, that is the CO, and through this CO we are going to inculcate these, through this CO we are going to inculcate these program outcomes, isn't it? Are you getting my point now? So we need to transform our entry level students into the competent pharmacist. You know, when we talk about the engineering, then we need to transform the entry level students into the competent technicians or competent, you can say, the engineers, isn't it, or technical persons. So this is the most important aspects of the CO and PO. I think this is the sufficient information to clear cut idea about the concept of course outcomes and program outcomes. Okay. Now, what are the steps we need to follow for the implementations of the OBE? Okay. Very first step is the CO mapping. We have to align our course outcome with program outcomes. In next slide, we are going to see how to do the mapping manually, and then we will see how to map the CO with PO by using the AI tool, isn't it? Most of you are the excited to how it is going to happen by using the AI tool, because recently most of us now are using the different AI tool for minimizing human efforts. Okay. The second step is the gap analysis. After having the COPO mapping, we need to find out the gaps in our curriculum and try to overcome that gap, or try to achieve that gap by performing the different activity. In our demonstration by using the AI tool, we are going to discuss about how to do the calculate the mapping, and how we are going to achieve that gapping, or how to overcome that gaps in our curriculum, means which corrective actions needs to be taken to address the identify gaps. And then we have some assessment techniques, so that we can able to achieve the calculate the attainment of COs and POs. So we need to adapt some assessment technology. Already we have the PCI has given us the formative assessment and the summative assessment, that is the sectional examinations and annual examinations, and apart from that we have the field visits and the assignment, etc. And at last, on the basis of value of the CO attainment, we are going to calculate the PO attainment. Now if you read the different documents about the how to calculate the CO attainment and PO attainment, isn't it? So there are different strategies for the calculation of course outcomes and the program outcomes. So I have just shared my experience with you during the calculation, and these techniques I found the very easy for us being a diploma faculty members, and it is good for the getting the proper results, isn't it? I am going to share with you. So let's have the discussion on the understanding of COPO mapping principles. What is actual meaning of COPO mapping? That is course outcomes correlation with the program outcomes. Means how this course outcome is useful to achieve that particular outcomes. Whether it is 100% correlate with the PO, means if the students has able to get that particular course outcomes, whether it is correlate with the pharmacy knowledge or the modern tool uses or the communications or the ethics or lifelong learning. So different COs, different POs, isn't it? So we need to establish the correlation between course outcome and program outcomes. We need to establish the correlation between course outcomes and program outcomes to ensure the curriculum alignment with the teaching goals. What is our teaching goal? Teaching goal is nothing but we need to transform the entry level students into the competent pharmacist, having the 9 POs or 9 competencies into that particular pharmacist. And that 9 POs or 9 competencies are going to inculcate into the students through the different courses. And courses is going to have the course outcomes, means at the end of that course what students will be able to do, isn't it? So we need to just find the correlation between the COs and POs, and for that purpose you require this blank matrix, or this is the blank table. And now in that table you have to just correlate the CO1 which is given in the PCI document or which you have modified with the PO1, isn't it? So you need to find out the correlation between these two. Now there will be one question in your mind, how we are going to identify this correlation. So dear faculty members, you are able to find out the correlation, means what? How this CO will help to achieve that particular PO. How this particular course outcome of one course is going to inculcate that competency, that is PO1 program outcome 1, that is pharmacy knowledge, how much it is contributing to achieve these program outcomes. If it is contributing higher level, then we have to put 3. If it is medium level, you have to put 2, and if it is slightly, you have to put 1. If there is no correlation, means after the learning of that particular CO, students will not able to get anything about that particular PO. Means particular CO is not totally correlate with the that particular PO. That time you have to put the dash, isn't it? And this is the manual process, and we require thoroughly knowledge about our course and about the program outcomes. So we need to read the program outcomes at least 10 to 15 times. If you are unable to understood it, then you have to convert it into your language and try to get it the concept what actually going to involve in that particular PO. If you came to know that, then it will be very easy to have the mapping of course outcome with the program outcome. Okay. So there are three correlation level as I told you earlier. That is, first is low correlation, that is the course outcome slightly contribute that particular PO. Then second one is the medium correlation, that is moderate correlation, that particular course outcomes moderately contribute to that particular PO. And third one is the high correlation, that is substantial correlation, means if the students learn that course outcomes, it strongly contributes to the PO, means students are able to have that particular PO with him after the learning that particular course outcomes. I know this is somewhat theoretical, but now in next slides we are going to discuss how this correlation can done by using our knowledge. Now see, for the correlation, we need to have the course outcomes on one side and program outcomes on another side, just like this. And now already you have read the different program outcomes many times, and now you have came to know that yes, these are the some competencies or program outcomes students are going to achieve at the end of second year. And this is the first course outcome of one of the subjects, that is pharmacy law and ethics. So through this CO, so this CO, that is describe the history and evolution of pharmacy law, how we are going to attain these program outcomes. Means if students are able to describe the history and evolution of pharmacy law in India, how much he get the pharmacy knowledge, whether he is able to handle the modern tools, whether he get the some leadership skills, whether he have some aspects related to the environment and sustainability, whether that particular knowledge is useful for his lifelong learning or not. So you have to find out the correlation between this. So how much knowledge they have gained through these course outcomes, whether that knowledge is have the correlation with the aspects given in that particular program outcomes definitions. If you are able to find out this correlation, whether it is higher, moderate, or the slightly low or low, then you will be able to put 1, 2, 3 like this, isn't it? So this is can happens. So through this CO, I will repeat again. Through this CO, how much knowledge they have learned about the different POs. If they get the maximum knowledge, then you have to put the 3. They will get the moderate knowledge, then you have to put the 2. They will get the somewhat some knowledge regarding to this or some competency regarding to this, then you have to put 1. If there is no correlation, means after studying of this particular course outcome, that is if the students are able to describe the history and evolution of pharmacy law in India, so you cannot able to have the aspects of environment or sustainability or modern tool just like that. It is our perception. The mapping done by me and mapping done by you or mapping done by your senior fellow members are the different, isn't it? But try to correlate that particular CO with PO. Now some might be thinking that why we have to discuss on this. Already the title of the webinar is simplifying the COPO mapping by using the AI tool. Dear faculty members, no doubt the AI can do anything. But if you have the prior knowledge before to use of AI, definitely it will be help you to bring your level of understanding at the efficient level, isn't it? That's why it is required, because AI can do the mistakes, because it is totally depends on the algorithms and some techniques. Okay, so it might be giving the wrong information. So at whatever you are getting the information from the AI tools, you need to validate it first, and then you have to integrate into your teaching and learning process. Until and unless validations, don't directly use it. It's my suggestions to all of you by using these AI tools. Okay. Now we need to have the course outcome with us. Okay, we need to have the program outcomes with us and this COPO mapping table. Now, first you have to establish the correlation of CO1 with the PO1. And when you have the proper knowledge, and if you are able to say that, yes, students have the proper knowledge about the pharmacy profession, because now he is came to know that about the history of pharmacy laws in the India, and they will now able to do the ethical practices because they know the history about the pharmacy law now. So means they have getting the more pharmacy knowledge through this CO. So for that purpose, you have to put the three because it is find the high correlation with that particular PO, isn't it? Yes or no? You can say in chat box. Through this CO, if students are able to describe that particular aspects, whether he is getting the pharmacy knowledge or not, yes, definitely. How much it will get? It will contribute at the maximum level. Means we have to put the three. So that is the COPO mapping. That's good. Now I came to know your answers because I am just having the words with my laptop screen because we are joining through the virtual modes. We don't have the interactions, so sometimes the one-way communications may happens. That's why I'm asking some questions in between you. Okay, thank you. That's good. Okay, so this is how you can do the manual COPO mapping. This is how we can do a manual COPO mapping. Now we have to establish the correlation of CO1 with PO9 now. Means for each CO1 to PO1, CO1 to PO2, CO1 to PO3 like that. So what is the PO9 is lifelong learning. So after the students, if the students having the knowledge of this CO, isn't it? Whether he is able to for the lifelong learning, definitely some part of the knowledge about the history of law, it will be helpful for that particular students to have the lifelong learning. What are the recent amendments has been taken place in different laws like that. So he need to study that amendments. So this kind of knowledge is helpful for the students. And now I will find out here is some slide, not fully, but slightly it will correlate with the lifelong learning. So you have to put one now. Someone says the two now, isn't it? Okay. I will explain why one because it's my understanding. You might be two. You have to just write it down, the justification, no doubt. Your NBA or QCI or NAC accreditation peoples never ask why you put three, why you put one, or why you put two. They will just want if you put two, just justify it. If you put three, justify it. You have to write the justification and you will be able to explain in front of the committee members. If you are able to give the proper justification, it is acceptable. But by taking the COPO mapping table from the others faculty members or from the AI, so it will be not useful because you will be not able to give the answers of the committee members. In academic monitoring also, they will now ask the COPO mapping in the curriculum implementation aspects for the 10 or 15 marks, isn't it? In case of the MSBT. And now the QCI documents always, most of the QCI criteria are aligned with the Bloom taxonomy levels and CO and POs, isn't it? So, okay, Junesh sir, that's good. Because laws are changed according to the updation in the practice. Yes, yes, perfectly, no problem. So this kind of the work we need to do, and at the end you will have this table. Okay, no problem. You can put two, no issue. You can put two. Even this is I have just taken for the example. Actually, this table is I just randomly doing because I need to give the differentiation how the manually we can do and how the AI will give. Now we will come to we will have the demonstration on the how AI is going to useful for this. And that time you will find out whether the CO1 with the PO9 is a two or three like that. Okay, we will see that. Hmm? Okay, so once you have done the CO1 mapping with all PO1 to 9, CO2 mapping with all POs like this, and at last, this is the last column. Okay, that is the average of COPO mapping. That is the average of COPO mapping. Okay. Now, this average of COPO mappings you need to require for each subject now. And that time you should have one minute. Okay. I think now screen is visible. And this average of this COPO matrix is really useful for course PO matrix. Course PO matrix. So you will have the course PO matrix for all 11 subjects, and their practical subject is different, isn't it? Javed Sheikh, that numbers are vary. It is not fixed, isn't it? How to do university exams? This is not university, or we are not talking about the assessment. We are talking about the mapping, and it should be taken place. Dr. Sujit sir, 3, it's okay, no problem. We will see how the AI will give. If we put the 3, no problem. We will keep the 3, but we will able to justify, because history and evolution is the some part, and recent knowledge is the some part. So there might be variation in COPO mapping done by me, done by other person, or done by third person, like that. Okay, so what I am trying to say that once you have done the CO correlation with the PO, at the end you have to calculate the average, and that average is going to useful to establish the course PO matrix. Establish the course PO matrix. Okay. Now, how to effectively conduct COPO mapping? How to effectively conduct COPO mapping? Now, while having the COPO mapping, just see in our chat box, just I have mapped the CO1 with the PO91. So now started, this chatting is flooded with the messages, isn't it? That someone says it is 1, someone says it is 2, someone says it is 3, isn't it? So why? If you involve the multiple faculty, so that it will be ensures the diverse perspective and comprehensive mapping. Now everyone in the discussion, they will start to discuss. They will try to give the proper explanation why they want to put 2, why someone want to put 1, or why someone want to put 3, isn't it? Okay. So while having the COPO mapping, always take a help of subject experts or other experts available in your institutes or other institutes also, to have the proper COPO mapping documents with you. Okay. Then while having the COPO mapping, always use the consistent methodology. Whatever the methods you are going to use, you should be use it consistently, uniformly, because once you are having the different aspects, the mapping factors will get changed, isn't it? Always you have to review and revise this COPO mapping content periodically. Once you have done the mapping, and if you forgot it, you will not able to justify why you have put the 3 2 at that particular time when you have done the COPO mapping. So for that purpose, you have to review it uh, and revise periodically, means after the completion of 1 year, or you can say this, your semesters or the annual patterns, you have to revise it. So these are the 3 steps, whether you have to able to proper or effectively COPO mapping, that is does. And just now see the next 3 points as a don't, means you have to don't don't do that practices while having the COPO mapping, means avoid mapping in isolation. Don't try to map yourselves. If you are doing mapping in yourself, no problem, but try to discuss with your colleagues. So it will prevent the bias and ensure the proper alignment of the CO with PO. So never do the mapping in isolations, and try to don't give the always three, isn't it? Means by learning that particular outcomes, course outcomes, the students will get the maximum about that program outcomes. So try to avoid the over mapping. So it will prevent the dilution of impacts and maintain the focus, isn't it? So if you put the three in every rows and columns, isn't it? While having the correlation of COs and POs, it will not of use, isn't it? And it will not happen. If every COs is correlate with the every POs at the three level, there will be a no curriculum gap, isn't it? So your curriculum is 100% perfect. So at the end of your curriculum, or at the end of 2 year diploma course in pharmacy, students are getting the good kind of job with the good packages. Is it happening? It is not happening, because we are the students, those who are completed diploma course in pharmacy, are lacking of some competencies level. And that competency level, why they have lacked? Because there is gap in curriculum. And how this curriculum gap need to be identified? By having the COPO mapping, isn't it? And if you put everywhere 3, 2, or 1, if you not put dash, it will not happens, isn't it? So we need to find out the proper curriculum gap, means where we need to have take more efforts for our student. That is the more important. And now with the help of AI tool also it is possible. Okay, and avoid set and forgot. Once you have set it, don't forget. That's why you have to revise it periodically. If you forgot it, it will not help you for the improvements. It will not helpful for the improvements. So this will not going to happen. So these are the some of the important tips for effectively COPO mapping correlations. And these kind of things AI never says. AI can do our job very easily. But dear faculty members, if you have the proper the background knowledge about anything, and then you have put that particular knowledge into the AI tool, and whenever you will get the output from AI tool, then you need to optimize it, you need to validate it, and that total process now becomes the you can say the proper one or effective one. That is the my suggestion with you. You know, one of the professor from the MIT college, Dr. Satish Pol Shettiwar, says me that we need to follow the 10 80 10 ratio. 10 as to 8 as to 10 ratio. Anil Devre sir, I will not provide the recorded video, because those who have joined live, isn't it? They need to think this have the advantage, because somewhere are not someone just doing the registration and they are not going to attend the seminar, and they asking for the PowerPoint presentations or the study materials or the recording videos. So we are not going to provide such a things. Those who have joined live, they will get the feedback link in the chat box, and those who have submitted the feedbacks, they will get the some of the material. But recording, I am going to make this video private once the webinar is get over. Okay. Okay, what I am saying, Dr. Satish Pol Shettiwar says you have to follow the rule 10 80 10 while using the AI tool. First 10 part is with us, means you have to give proper input to the AI tool, that is prompt. 80% information AI can given to us. Okay, so 80 plus 10 is 90, and last 10 part, that is last 10 percentage, you have to validate that information. For the first input and the last validation part, 10 and 10%, we require some basic knowledge with us. We require our idea should be cleared. If you have the clear about that particular concepts, and if you are using now AI, that process will give the effectiveness in your practices. So prompt means proper input, AI will give the 80%, and then the validations, isn't it? Now I will tell you one example. If suppose mother says to her daughter or her children's that just bring the red label from the shop, just bring the red label. Now that son will went to the markets and bring the red label wine bottle, isn't it? What mother wants? Mother actually want the red label tea powder. But he forgot to give the proper instruction, proper input to the student, that particular son or daughter, that just bring the red label. So red label might be anything. Red label name, that brand carries any value, isn't it? Or any things. So he just bring that another things to home. But what actually output she wants? She wants the red label tea. So likewise, dear students, whatever you want, sorry, not dear students, just a habit in classroom. Sorry for that. Dear faculty members, while using the AI, we need to give the proper inputs, that is prompt into the our AI tool. Then only you will get the 80% correct information. So first 10%, what knowledge we require, that we have discussing here, isn't it? Okay. So, what are the challenges we are facing now in the COPO mapping and attainment? So, mostly it is subjective in correlation level, means we are find difficulty whether to we have to put 1, 2, or 3 with the particular POs, and this is the problem with all of us, isn't it? So, how to do that? That is the major problem or major challenge in front of us. Manual mapping, and the most important part is the attainment calculations, and they're keeping the documentation. It is a very tedious process. If you are teaching the multiple courses, then uh, it requires more efforts for that. Okay. Yes, Swati ma'am, we are going to do that. Just wait for a few minutes. We will have the all the practical demonstration about the gap. Hmm. And next, importantly, the accreditation complexity means NBA, QCI, PCI, MSBT, DT. We have the need to maintain the different documentations. And for the evidence, we need to collect it. Whether that activity is mapped with the POs or POs, attainment, mapping, etc., etc. These are the challenges in front of us. Okay, Copilot is a nice AI. Okay, no issue. You can use any kind of AI, depending on you, which AI is good with you. Now, how AI, we are just now shifting towards our traditional discussion now towards the AI. How AI simplifies the OBE and the mapping process. By using AI, dear faculty member, the complex mapping process, it will convert or transform into the efficient method. It will give a very easy, within a seconds you will get the mappings. So what are the key advantage of AI integration? Most importantly, by using AI in the COPO mapping or OBE, you will be able to generate the COPO mapping table within the seconds by using different kinds of AI tools, such as ChatGPT, isn't it? Hmm? Or other AI tools also. So it will generate the automatic matrix. Second advantage of AI is what? AI can identify the patterns and suggest the optimal correlation level based on the course content. So don't forget to give the course content to the AI. Without giving the course content, how AI is going to done the mapping of COs and POs, isn't it? Third one, third advantage of AI, that is assessment alignment. If you have the proper knowledge, if you are able to give the proper prompt to the AI, it will help you to give the assessment questions which are properly aligned to the course outcomes, because we need to have the proper alignment of the your questions, in whether it is sectional examination, test examinations, or the annual examination. It should be have the correlation with the CO, because on that basis only we are going to calculate the CO attainment. Okay, on that basis only we are going to do the CO attainment calculation. And most importantly, and we need to remember these things, that is ethical considerations while using the AI tools. Always remember these things. Dear faculty members, AI tools are just supportive assistant to us. That is supportive tool. It will not replace your expertise. Remember that. Whatever you have the expertise in your personality, it will not going to the replace you. But if you are not using the AI effectively, definitely the person who are using the AI is going to replace you. But persons who is using the effectively AI tool as a supportive tool or as an assistant, definitely it will be helpful. Second things, as I told you earlier, that last 10% part, that is validations. After the getting the information from the AI, you need to do the validations. You need to have the review and validate the AI generated content before the implementation. Fun Pharma, those who have joined from this name Fun Pharma, you can do it, no issue. You can write completely new as per your understanding, no problem. Okay, transparency. If you are using some part by using the AI, give the proper credit to the that particular AI tools. So you need to maintain the transparency. Yes, I have did it by using the AI tool, but after the AI tool, getting the information from AI tool, I have validated it, I have reviewed it, and as far as our curriculum is concerned, we have done the modification. But processly, I have taken from the AI. So that kind of transparency is required. That kind of transparency is required. Okay. Yes, for Polytechnic also, Ranjit Wag sir, that COPO mapping table which has given in the your curriculum documents in for the Polytechnic, these are prepared by the experts. So they have put the values 1, 2, or 3 as far as their knowledge is concerned, isn't it? Are you able to justify why they have put the 3 with the correlation of CO1 to PO1? No, because you don't know. You have never read the POs, or you have not think how this CO will going to contribute to achieve this PO. You have never think like that. Are you getting my point, Waxer? Hmm? So you need to establish that COPO matrix table in your college with the help of your senior faculty members or other faculty members. Then you will be able to justify it, and then only you will be able to find out the gap in your curriculum. Otherwise, it will just you can say the documents and no nothing like that. Okay. So dear faculty members, let me stop the PowerPoint presentation now. We will start the demonstration of AI tool. Okay. uh, this is just I can say I have taken near about 55 minutes on discussion regarding the COPO mapping philosophy. Now, whatever we have learned through this philosophy, now we are going to integrate that philosophy to the AI tool, so that our output is will be the uh, good one. And later one, you have to validate it, because in 2 hour lectures or 1.5 hour lectures, it is very difficult, you can say, to cover all the things. Okay. So let me stop the PowerPoint presentation. Okay. I need to now share whole screen now. Okay. I think my whole screen is visible to you. Yes or no? Just put it in a chat box. So I will now, for demonstration purpose, I will off my camera, so you will get view of full screen. So thank you very much. Now I want to ask one questions to you. Initially, you have given one value in the chat box. How confident you are regarding the COPO mapping, isn't it? Now, if your answer get changed, Put it your answer on the scale 1 to 5 in the chat box now. At the beginning of this webinar, I have asked one questions to you. How much you are confident regarding the COPO mapping? Now we are at the um, middle of our webinar, and if your confidence level get changed, just put the value in. Okay, that's good. Very good. Very good. Now somewhat confidence level get changed, and now we will have uh, the use of now AI tool. I think ChatGPT most of you are using. You can use other tool also, but why I have preferred the ChatGPT, because ChatGPT I am using for my lesson plans and all other things. Now ChatGPT is familiar with the my course content. They are familiar with the my skills. What I actually want now, ChatGPT is adapted that things while having the using the ChatGPT since from long time, isn't it? That's why I have uh, using the chat gpt. If you are having the good hands on copilots, Gemini, Perplexity, Grook, or any other AI tool, you can use it, no problem. But why I am choosing chat gpt, already I told you that, because now this chat gpt platform has a lot of information about me, my subjects, my skills, isn't it? Thank you, Yogesh Joshi sir, Kailash Jadhav sir. Now you are giving some values. Now remember this value. Huh? If your value get changed after the end of this demonstration, you have to put it again. Okay. Why I need to your inputs? Because if you are hit something, you will get remember that things, isn't it? Yes. Before the seminar, before the webinar, I have that much of confidence level. At the middle, I have that much of confidence level. And at the end, now I have that much of confidence level. So this is the main aim of our webinar. That is transformation of your confidence level. And that is the actual outcome. So I am using the OBE principle in this particular webinar. Okay, that's good, Bhagwan Po sir from Nilanga. They are having the more confident regarding the COPO mapping. That's good, came to know that. Okay, so dear faculty members, see, this is the prompt I have generated and validated by using the different AI tools. We don't have that much of time, which tools that we are going to use. So we need to give some task to our AI. Means we need to use a proper prompt, proper input to the AI tool. Then only it will be going to generate. So what is the task we need to give to the AI? That is, they have to generate the COPO mapping. Of which subjects? You have to give the name of that particular subjects. Based on what? Based on the COs and POs use of the following. So I have given the list of COs and POs here. Okay. And I have given the 4 tasks to AI. So you have to write it down the task. Okay, create the COPO mapping, rate the correlations, include the final row to calculate the average correlation. Someone has asked the questions how to calculate the, you can say, the average. So it will do that and provide the justification of each rating. So AI can give the proper justification also. Okay, so I'm going to just copy it, that prompt. I will put it in a chat GPT. Okay, and now I am going to hit the enter button. Okay, so those who have continue this webinar at the end, and those who are getting to submit the feedback form, they will get the copy of this prompt file on their mail after the successful submission of feedback form, and you will get it by today evening or tomorrow morning. Okay, no issue. I will share the this prompt file with you, and just we have to enter it. Now see, A has started their works. See here, they have started the work. You can see it. They have prepared the table of COPO mapping. Now they have written the justifications. We need to have to read the justification why they have put like this. Okay. Now we will have the different opinion regarding the mapping of CO1 with the PO9, isn't it? I have put 1, someone says 3, and someone says 2. Now AI says 2. Intentionally, I have put 1 over there to have this discussion while using the AI. Okay. Intentionally, I have put that time 2 or 1 when we have discussed now CO1 mapping with PO9 mapping. Okay, are you getting now? That's good. Okay. So this will give the justification also. So this mapping shows the pharmacy knowledge PO1, professional identity PO4, pharmaceutical ethics PO5, pharmacist and society PO7 have the strongest alignment with the pharmacy law and course. Okay. Now you have to just copy it and save it in your Word file. Okay. So I need just this table. So I will copy that table. I will go to the Word file because we require this mapping. It will not get copied. Okay. There might be some issue. Okay. AI will ask, would you like to me to convert this matrix into the neat Excel ready table? So you can directly include it in the course file. Okay. Yes. Please provide this matrix into a neat Excel ready table. Just hit it enter. See here, they have given the mapping. Download it. Now he is again asking, would you also like me to add the second sheet with the justification notes? Yes, I want the justification notes. So AI tool will give the justification also. So there is no requirement of copy and paste. See, this is now the COPO mapping. You need to just change it PO1, PO2, PO3 like that. PO9. And here one is CO1, CO2, CO3, CO4 and average. Okay, so table is ready. This is the perfect table now with the proper. Now, once you get the table, now you will have the discussion with among yourselves with the experts persons and try to change this value now. If you are satisfied with this value, no problem, but try to validate it. Don't depend directly depends on this. Now, second file they have generated with the justification. Okay. So let's see justification is entered, added or not. See in second sheet to justification is added. Proper justification. You can see here. So if you changing some mapping factor in your COPO mapping, you need to just change the justification here. Okay. So this is how you can have the proper justification. Okay. Now we have finished the step number 1, that is COPO mapping. Step number 1, COPO mapping. Now we will go further. Now our step number 2 is to find out the gap. Wherever you have the gaps, how to find out? The gaps are nothing but where they have put the dash or they have the average 1 or less than 1. That is the gap in our curriculum. By having this COPO mapping table in front of you, by without using of AI, you can say that this is the proper gap in curriculum in regarding to PO2. Means by going to taught the pharmacy law and ethics, we never going to teach the modern tool uses in the pharmacy. So here is gap in PO2. Okay, some gap in PO6 like this. Okay. Yes, Saranki sir, already I told you that I will provide the prompt, no issue, sir. Huh? For that purpose, you need to attend the webinar at the end. This is the condition. Okay. Right now, the 421 teachers are watching this. So wherever you find this no correlations, that is the dash, that is the gap. Or here at PO6 1.5. So this is the somewhat gap. Now, let us try the AI tools, whether they have given that particular gap analysis and what are the suggestive actions need to be taken to fulfill this gap. Okay. So for that purpose, I have optimized the prompt. Okay. And I have written the prompt and this is just in front of you. So I will just copy this prompt and paste it in the same chart. Paste it in a same chart. Because already this chart history having the COPO mapping table with that particular chart. Okay. So based on above COPO matrix, analyze this matrix to identify the curriculum gaps that may prevent the achieving the all program outcomes like this. Okay. So I am going to just hit the enter button and just see the AI will give us the major gaps. Okay. See here, it is started to generate the gaps. Okay. They have given one good table, that is curriculum gap analysis table. Here they have given the actionable recommendations also. Okay. This analysis shows the pharmacy law course is knowledge and ethics strong, but requires the practical, digital, communication and sustainability oriented improvements. Now see, we don't have the practical, we don't have some digital tools. There is lack of communications in this particular okay, and sustainability oriented improvements. Environmental sustainability value is also somewhat lacking in that particular things. Yes, ma'am, you can done the gap analysis for programs or course also, no problem. So this is the just gap analysis of one subjects with the programs. If you giving to input whole syllabus, whole content of your you can say the your course, that is B.Pharm course, isn't it, or M.Pharm course along with their POs. So definitely AI will give you the total gap in that particular format. So for that purpose, you need to first optimize the proper prompt. Okay. So if you have any kind of issue, you can contact me separately. I will tell you how to optimize that particular prompt. What your requirement is there, depending on that prompt can be generated. No issue. Okay. So here, see, when we have look, okay, that COPO mapping, we came to know that the PO2 have there is gaps. PO6 have some gap and PO8 has some gap, that is 1.75 like this. Okay. Now we are already asking the AI to give the what actions needs to be taken to fulfill the gap. Okay. Now here PO2 modern tool uses. Okay. What is the gap? The students are not able to use the modern tool properly. Okay. And here they have given the gap. Students are not exposed to legal database or digital platform. Okay. Yes, this is happening with us. And now, see recommendation. Introduce practical session on using the online patent database or drug law repositories and regulatory portals such as CDSCO, WIPO, add case-based assignment requiring digital research. So dear faculty members, here the your answer. That is what remedial action needs to be taken for the fulfill the gaps. Now, when I came to know that the modern tool uses is lacking in the pharmacy law and ethics subjects, what I have given the assignment to the students, already the assignment given in our PLT syllabus, isn't it? That is the draw the layout of the regulatory bodies websites, you know, for using the websites or the data or drug bank or drug repositories, etc., etc. So students are now using the some modern tools. I am sharing with you. For that purpose, I asked the students use some AI tools, some official websites, gather the informations about some law, isn't it? For example, Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 related to the sale of drugs, related to the manufacturing of drugs, related to the import of drugs. Prepare a good PowerPoint presentations and present in front of the all the students. We already have the tutorials with us, isn't it? We have the tutorial with us. So during that tutorial, I have conducted their seminar by using a PowerPoint presentations, and that presentation need to be uh, created using the mobile app. Okay, because student does not having the laptops or computers, and the information within the PowerPoint presentation need to be collected from the internet source and some of the official websites of the you can see the drug law repositories or CDSCO or any other websites. So what happens? Students have now using the modern tools, somewhat modern tools, isn't it? And apart from that, they have started to work on communications also, because delivering the seminar is the uh, isn't it? Delivering the seminar requires some courage, and while delivering the seminar, students automatically improve their verbal and non-verbal communication. So this is how it is really helpful to us to change our teaching learning process towards the effectively. So effectiveness of teaching learning process also get improved by using this, isn't it? Yes or no? So with the help of AI tool, you can able to change your effectiveness of your teaching learning process. Okay. Now see here, just me zoom out. Here is leadership skills, or now this is PO6. Okay. See, this is PO6 gap. The students not trained to present legal or ethical arguments persuasively. What need to them? Include the presentation task, policy briefing reports, or role play exercise to strengthen the communication of legal and ethical issues. Dear members, we have the tutorials in our teaching and learning scheme from the PCI. Okay, PCI has already given the tutorials hours with us. So tutorial hours is for what? For this. We need to take some remedial actions, isn't it? We need to some remedial actions for the gap fulfillment. Are you getting my point? I am going very slowly because this is the very important aspects how we are practicing our teaching and learning process with the help of AI tools. Can we get all these in daily pharmacy activities like as we are following the syllabus like that we have to follow? Aruna, it totally depends on your perspective, ma'am. It's totally on your perspective. What is our aim? Our aim that COs and that POs need to be inculcated within our students, isn't it? And if your aim is clear, yes, student need to have that professional competency, that is the communications, modern tool uses, environment sustainability, leadership skills. Now you have to utilize the that tutorial hours for that particular purpose. Then only the students will be able to change their perspective for their own personality development. This is my experience. Okay. Now they have given here the actionable recommendation, that is revise the syllabus. It is not in our hand. Introduce the interactive pedagogy. See here, you have to introduce the interactive pedagogy, debates, role plays, group project, or for that purpose you can ask again AI how to design the role play related to the Drug and Cosmetic Act, how to design the debates or group projects related to NDPS Act, or related to the, you can say, the pharmacotherapeutics for the preparation of the soap notes, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so it's totally depends on you how you are going to ask this AI, and AI will be given the properly correct answer. Okay, even it will help for the assessment enhancement. Assessment enhancement. See here, assessment enhancement or case studies like this, or collaborative learning. So that can happen. So this gap analysis is very, very important for you for the improvement of your teaching learning process. Forget about the NBA, forget about the NAC, forget about the QCI, Quality Council of India ranking. You be a selfish one. You be a selfish one to improve your teaching and learning process. You have to establish as a good teacher, effective teacher. That's why you have to use now optimum use of AI tools. Okay. Now here this chat GPT asks us, would you like me to visualize this gap analysis in heat map COs and POs so faculty can quickly spot weak PO coverage? Let's check what happens. I will put yes. Let's wait. Now I have slowed down the delivery of my content because you need to identify it. Okay. Okay, it will give something like this. Would you like me to also prepare a one-page gap analysis report, PDF? Okay. So I will just copy from here. And I will paste it here and enter. So automatically it will give the proper prompt, prepare a separate one-page gap analysis report with the matrix, heat map, and gap table together for easy submission. So you will get a complete PDF. See, the PDF report is ready. It will download in download sections. So let's open it. Okay, somewhat they are not doing properly. So if this is not work properly, just go here for this table, just copy it and paste in a Word document and just make a outlines. So you will have a proper table. Okay, this is the proper table. So you will have the recommendations. Now you may change the recommendations how to going to fulfill this gap analysis or that. Okay, so now our gap analysis work is done. Now, third and most important aspects in this OBE or the COPO attainment is the designing of good question paper, and that questions are going to map with the COs and BTL. Yes, Sureka ma'am, we are going to discuss about the attainment also. Let me finish the step by step because I have think some steps in my mind. So let me complete that steps. Okay, don't directly jumps on the last. Okay, thank you, Swati ma'am. Uh, uh, we were discussing about the designing of question paper. No doubt you are able to design the good question paper, but thing is what, you have to map the question paper with CO, because CO need to be attained, because CO is measurable, CO is achievable. So whether it is achieved, whether it is attained, so we need to measurement. For the measurement, you need to have the proper questions on that related to CO. Proper questions related to CO. So for the mapping of question paper, I have created one prompt. You are an experts in curriculum design. So I am saying this chat GPT to that you are the experts in curriculum design and educational assessment. I will upload a question paper file. Your task is extract all the questions, map each questions to the relevant COs. Okay, COC list you have given over here again. Okay, now the correct BTL level, that is Bloom taxonomy level, BTL 1 to 6, that is remember, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating and creating, like that. Output a structure table with columns, question number, questions, COs and BTL. If multiple mappings are possible, means suppose one questions are mapped with CO2, CO3 or CO4, like that, multiple mapping. Select the most appropriate one, means those questions are maximally or substantial high correlation with that particular CO, use it. Latter one, this. Okay, slide I am not going to give. I will give this prompt file and Excel files which we have prepared. Okay, now important, first display the extracted file of questions for the verification. After confirmation, present the final mapping table. So I am going to copy that prompt now. I will copy it. I am going to AI tool, that is chat GPT. I will paste it, and don't forget to upload the question paper. So I already prepared the question paper. Question paper blank. So question paper is going to uploaded here. Now question paper and task proper direction, step by step the direction given to the chat GPT. Now chat GPT will perform their task as per our inputs. Okay, now they have extracted the question first. They have extracted the questions. Okay, please confirm. Do you want me to go ahead and map each questions with the most relevant COs and Bloom taxonomy level in structure table format? Yes, I want the table. That's why I will put yes and hit the enter. Here, now we will get the proper table, alignment of each question with CO. Each question with CO. So now we will have the mapping of question paper with BTL level, and they will give us the observation. What they have observed: the CO3 ethics and CO4 pattern laws are not presented. Curriculum gap in assessment. This is happening. Why? Because this is the questions paper designed for the first sectional. So we are not going to touch the CO3 and CO4. So that can be happens. Okay. And now you have to just put this value CO2 and BTL level in your question paper. I will show you after putting the value how it looks. So manually I have put this value like this. So now this is the question. Maximum marks for 5, CO is 2, BTL level is 2. Okay, like this for each questions. So CO1 and CO2 is covered, and here you have to do the signature and get it cross-check or moderated by the your subject experts from your institute, senior faculty member, who will check the Bloom's taxonomy levels and the properness or the effectiveness of the questions, whether questions are properly aligned or not, like this. Okay. So this is how you can do the question paper analysis. This is how we can do the question paper analysis. Okay, next steps now. Now you can see here the prompt, CO attainment prompt now. Already we have done now the COPO mapping, gap analysis, and mapping of question paper with this. Now, now it will help to you for the CO attainment. But as far as our pharmacy is concerned, if you are doing the bitwise analysis, somewhat is difficult task. You know, last night I have sit the 6 hours and then one Excel is generated, but that Excel have again issue for the formulas for the bitwise analysis. Means question 1A, question 1B, question 1C are mapped with the different COs and then calculate the attainment of that particular CO. No, Bhagyasri Varode madam, there is no need to again do the COPO mapping after the gap analysis, because this is the actual the gap of syllabus, isn't it? We are not going to change the syllabus, so mapping is not going to change, isn't it? Whether the PO is not attained through that particular content of the syllabus, that's why we have conducted the different activities to attain that particular POs, means to give that particular competency to that particular student. This is the important. Okay, so my suggestion is for the all dear faculty members, don't go the bitwise analysis. Means question 1A is mapped with the question CO1, question 1B is mapped with CO2. That can be possible by using AI tool, no problem. But what is important? You need to address all the things. Second most problem is what? We have the question 1 with us. We have to solve the 3 questions out of 4. So what about the question number? If the fourth question is attempted by the students, what can we do in the calculation? Because this is the somewhat technical part. We are from the pharmacy background and we having some lacking of, let me accept these things. We have lacking some technical knowledge, because this is very deep you can say the analysis. That can be possible, no problem. But what is my suggestion? We have the 3 sectionals, and after the 3 sectionals we have taken the consideration of best of 2 sectionals, isn't it? That is average we have taken. COs are not required to be written on the question paper. Okay, you need to mention just a CO number. Okay, just like this. Just check, Vijay man. We have to just mention the CO numbers. Already COs are written in the our curriculum documents, or you can say the teaching plan, like this. We have to just mention the CO number. Sir, will you please share the question paper too for the reference? That will be more helpful to us. Question paper? No, ma'am. Okay, so let me go to the slide now to explain the how you are going to do the mappings. Okay, how you are going to do the attainment now. Attainment. Okay. Now again, just a 1 minute break for you. How confident are you with the COPO mapping and gap analysis now after the finishing up this demonstration, how you are confident now? Yes, put now value. Okay, Shimpi, Vikrant, Bansode, Gautam sir, Yogesh Kanade. Okay, 4. Shital Gandhi 4. Okay, that's good. Salonke 5. Okay, okay. Is it now you are confident to have the COPO mapping by using this tool? Okay. So we will have just next 15 to 20 minutes discussion, and then we will conclude the session now. Okay. So now most of you have put the values now, and I think that's good, Pankaj Khupse sir. That he has put 2 to 5. So at the initial stage, I think he has the confidence at level 2. Now he shifted towards the 5. That's good. Okay. So let's start. So for the attainment of the CO, we have the different kinds of the assessment techniques. Already we have conducted the external examination, internal examinations, sectional examinations. We have conducted some other activities like that, like that, like that. So you all are now the you can say the familiar with the all the examination pattern. So process of CO attainment, I am just having the rapid overview. So for that purpose, we need to conduct, already we have conducted all the examination as far as the PCI norm is concerned. For the CO outcome attainment, you can directly calculate it from the sectional marks or annual marks, and you have to conduct the course exit survey, isn't it? We have to conduct the course exit survey for this. You can say the PLT or any other, and the weightage for the indirect assessment I have keep it for the 20%, and direct assessment is 80%. How is going to happen calculations? I will show you the Excel template that will be helpful to you. Now in direct assessment from the marks, but dear faculty member, our marks are came from the MSBT, that is out of 80, and internal exam, that is sectional, out of 20. That's why I recommended you don't go for the bitwise analysis, go with the average marks of the sectionals. But for each sectionals, you have to map the questions with the COs, and for one or two sectionals, you can just calculate the how much CO is mapped. That Excel I am also going to provide with you on the mail, no problem. But somewhat formulas are, I will validate that particular formula and then I will send it on tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But after the validation, it will be useful for you. Okay. Now, the very first step of CO attainment is you have to set the target levels. First, you have to set the target levels. Means how much percentage of students are getting that target marks or more than that particular target marks. As far as NBA is concerned, you may select the target marks directly from the board average marks. Our MSBT has given the board average, isn't it? You can directly select it from board average marks, or more as selected by the program. Means in your meetings, you have to fix it the target level. So for example, I have chosen the target level for academic year 22 to 23 is 40, then 42 and 44, like that. Okay. So this is the target marks. Means what? 40% marks need to be taken by the students. That is the fulfillment of the our course outcomes. Okay. That is the fulfillment of the our course outcome. And then you have to set the target levels. Dear faculty members, don't confuse between the correlation level, which we have discussed earlier in the COPO mapping. That is the correlation level, means how that CO will contribute to the PO. That is the correlation level. And that COPO mapping table with the average. Forget about that now. Now here is attainment level with their description I have given over here. Means what? Now we have selected the target. Suppose let's take an example 40 is a target. 40 percentage marks students need to take, minimum 40% marks. Students need to take minimum 40% marks. Now if the attainment level you have to select, and it's totally flexibility on you, NBA, NAC or the QCI says that it is flexible on you depending on your input quality, depending on your the city or villages, like that you have the you can say the power or authority to select that attainment level. So I have selected the set the target 40% for the academic year 22-23. Okay, now attainment level 1, level 2 and level 3. What attainment level 3 says? If the students more than 55% students, now students, we have to calculate the count of students. How many percentage of students scoring more than the target marks? In our case, target mark is 40. In our case, target mark is 40. So you have to count. You have to count the number of students who scores more than the target marks. More than the target marks. Now we have selected the target mark is 40%. We have selected target mark is 40%. So whether it is related to the internal or external, but now we have to take a mark sheets of all students, and then you have to count the students, how many those who have secured the more than 40% marks. If more than 50% students, more than 50% students in your classroom securing the 50% marks, then your attainment level is 3. If the students 50 to 54% students, 50 to 54% students securing the more than the target marks, then your level is 2, attainment level. If 45 to 49% students getting the more than target marks, then level is 1. And if less than 45, then level is 0, like this. This is the levels. This is the attainment levels. You can say that. This is the attainment level. Is it for individual course outcome? No, sir. It is for whole course. That is for whole PLT subjects now. This is for whole PLT subjects. This is for whole PLT subjects. Okay. What is the philosophy behind this? We have conducted the 3 sectional exams. Okay. In the 3 sectional exam, all COs has been addressed. Annual examinations, we don't have the bitwise analysis. Means CO1, how many marks students are getting, CO2, how many marks students are getting in annual examination. So, and out of these 3 examinations, only we have considered the 2 examinations, that is best of 2. And we have done the average again. So again, it is comes to 1 exam again. So it is very difficult to calculate the bitwise analysis. So this is the very simple way. For the last year, for the current year, you have to calculate for the current sectional examination. Then you have to do the bitwise analysis. No problem. Now, for the sectional examination and for the annual examination, we have selected the 40% targets. And I think here is somewhat confusion in your mind. So next slides will be the answer of your confusion now. Yes, for each subjects we have to do the analysis. Yes, perfectly. For each subjects we have to do the analysis. It's very simple, no doubt. If you have the good Excel hand, I will share the Excel file with you also. You have to just put the marks into that Excel. But for that purpose, you need to change some formulas, because I have taken just sample size. Okay. Now, just take an example here. Target level we have set the 40%. Our MSBT exam is out of 80, so it is 32 marks. Okay, number of students are 60 has appeared. This is just example. Okay, number of students scores more than 32 marks is 32, means total students have 32 students means out of 60 students, 32 students get more than 40% marks, means more than 32 marks in my subjects. It is just an example. Now, this is the formula. Percentage attainment is equal to N. N is what? The number of students secure more than targeted marks, that is 32 marks, into 100 divided by T. T is what? Total number of students T. Percentage attainment is, we got the 53% point 33. Okay, are you getting this? We have set the target 40%. Yes, we need to increase the target level if it is achieved in that particular year. If this current academic year we have taken the 22-23, in that current academic year, if target is achieved, means your attainment level is more than the 2.6 or 2.8, then that is the achieved, and you have to increase the target level in subsequent academic year, like this. That is the continuous improvement process. So here is the formula. Percentage attainment is equal to N into 100 divided by the T. N into 100 divided by T. So 32, just a mathematical calculation, it will give 53%, and this is our the attainment level which we have set, level 1, level 2, level 3. So level 2 50% to 54%. Our attainment level is 53%. So our attainment level through the MSBT exam is 2. MSBT exam is 2. Are you getting now? So at level of 2, at the end of academic year, we have attained the course outcome at level 2 using the MSBT examination. Now this is the internal exam. 40% of internal exam, that is 20 marks. Here is 20 marks. Out of 28 marks students required. Total number of students 60. 52 students got more than 8 marks. So just you have to calculate 86.66. No, sir, it is just a Maske sir. Bitwise analysis is the good one, but what happens? This is my philosophy. Yeah? In bitwise analysis, it is somewhat you can say the biggest challenge in front of us. But by using AI tool, we can overcome that challenge also, no problem. Here we have calculated the attainment of course outcome directly at the average of the course, that particular course, means that for that particular subjects, like that. If we can done the bitwise analysis, definitely you will get the value different. Okay, but what is our philosophy? The first thing, we have not taken into the consideration of each sectional marks. We have taken the 2 sectional marks. Again, out of 2, we have taken the average again. So we have considered the 1 sectional marks now. So what is philosophy? All the COs have been addressed in all 3 sectional exams. That is 4 CO is addressed in 3 sectional exam. All these 4 COs has been addressed in annual examination, because we don't have the bitwise analysis for the annual examination. So we don't have the then uniformity in getting the calculations of CO attainment. That's why I have designed this. I have attended the many training programs from the NPTELs or any other organization, and then I have come up with this philosophy for the pharmacy program. Okay, 32 marks you can consider, not more than 32. 32 and more than 32, because we have keep the target is 40% marks. So 40% means 32 marks and more than 32 marks, equal to and more than, no problem. Okay, 86% means what? Now we have get level 3 for the internal examinations. For the internal examination. Now our exam pattern is what? 80% of MSBT level and 20% of internal level. So we have attainment level 2 for the MSBT and attainment level 3 for the internal exam. So 80% of 2 is 1.6, 80% of 3 is 1.6. So total attainment for that particular course, for that particular year, is 2.2. for that particular year is 2.2 now. Why we have take? Because our examination pattern is 80-20 pattern. Our examination pattern is 80-20. Okay. Also, you can design the Excel, give it to the chat GPT and ask the chat GPT, do the calculation. They can do, no problem. You can upload anything to the chat GPT and ask proper what you want. Then definitely you will get these things. Okay. Okay, now see, this is attainment through the MSBT 1.6, attainment through the internal exam 0.6, that is 80%, 20%. Direct attainment is 80.2. This is the direct attainment. Indirect attainment means we have to do the course exit survey. Suppose you want to perform the course exit survey, just go to the chat GPT. Now I want to collect course exit survey from the student at the end of this academic year. Your task is, we have to give the task to the chat GPT, isn't it? Your task is design course exit survey by keeping course outcomes enlisted in above chart and create a survey for Google form, because we want the take the course exit survey in Google form format. Press the enter. See here, they have given a good output now. Course exit survey, pharmacy law and ethics. Section 1, section 2. Section B, course outcome attainment. Use 5-point Likert scales. 1 is strongly disagree, 5 is strongly agree. They have designed the questions now. Okay, and you have to just validate that questions, change that questions, and you can directly export that particular questions into the your course exit survey. You will get it like this. So from course exit survey, we have to taken the exit survey on rate scale 5. Okay, you can change it to 3. Okay, just give the instruction to the chat GPT. I am going to take survey on a scale of 3, because we require the 3 values on a rate scale of 3. Just give it to the instruction to the chat GPT. Okay, 3. Now see here, scale get changed. 1 disagree, 2 neutral, and 3 agree. The question is already they have designed like this, and they have created the question depending on the CO now. And at the end, we have to take the average of that particular scale. You will get the responses in the Google Sheets. You have to take the average of each CO. You will come to know that how much the students have given the rating for each CO, that is course exit survey, and then you have to put this value here. Indirect attainment. So most of the students have given the value up to 3. Okay. Now 80% of direct attainment means 80% of this direct attainment from the marks. 20% of indirect means from the course exit survey 0.6, and total attainment is 2.36. Total attainment is 2.36. Okay, that is the total course attainment from the pharmacy law and ethics. And now this value can be useful for the calculation of attainment of the POs. This value is useful for the calculation of attainment of the POs. Now I will show you the Excel file, how you are using this. For that Excel file, we get this value with us now, because already we have taken this COPO mapping because it is required for the attainment of POs. COPO mapping table or that correlation values is required for the attainment of POs. Okay, I have taken this COPO attainment values over here. Okay, is it visible properly? Okay, let me switch off the camera so you will get proper visualizations. Okay, that's it. So this is the COPO mapping values. We have get it from the chat GPT. Okay. Now for the calculation of CO, I have designed this Excel template, serial number of students, examination seat number, marks theory out of 80, marks practical out of 18, and total marks. Okay. Here you can see the MSBT and internal. Percentage target I have set 60%. This is just an example. I am going to change it, no problem. This is just an example for the demo purpose only. Okay. Now I have entered the marks for 47 students randomly. This is not actual. When I press F9, the mark also get changed. Okay, let me do that. Okay, it will not happen here because I have generated this Excel in Office 365. Office 365. It will not getting the okay, now it is started. Okay, now marks get changed because I have given the function rand between. This is the randomization mark for demo purpose only. Okay, so 47 students I have taken for the examples. A percentage target I have keep the 60%. I am going to change the 50%. Even the course attainment is not changed. I am going to keep it 40%. Now see here, course attainment get changed 3. Make it red and this. Now you concentrate on these 3. You concentrate on these 3. I will change the target level 45. Okay, it is 3. It is 50. It is 3. It is 60. 1.4. Okay. So by using very simple Excel formulas, you will be able to calculate the CO attainment. For that purpose, what data you require? You require the annual theory examination mark, internal average marks, and total number of students, how many they are present. So here you have to fix the target marks. It is automatically calculate the target marks. 48 marks is required out of 80 and 12 marks is required out of 20 for 60%. So just very simple calculation. You can see here the formula, just 20% for internal, I3 into 20%, I3 into 20%. Very simple formula for the calculation of target marks. The number of students who secure the more than target marks. Number of students who secure the more than target marks. So it is very difficult task for us to calculate the target marks. So here 48 marks is the target marks and we have to count it. But in Excel, there is a formula to automatic calculate this. And this is the formula. See here, this is the formula. equal to count if, give the range, and equal to or more than H4. H4 is what? Our target marks. H4 is what? Our target marks. Yes, Swati ma'am, I have given this Excel after the getting your feedback in my Google form. You will get it by today evening or tomorrow morning, no issue. By today evening perfectly. If some work came, then I will send it tomorrow morning, no issue. Okay, so then total number of students appear already we have put. Here is automatically the percentage calculation can be calculated by using simple Excel formula. I have just put this formula, same formula for the calculation of attainment. Percentage attainment equal to n into 100 divided by t. T is the total number of students, n is the students secured more than the target marks. So percentage automatically get calculated. Attainment level is 1. Here attainment level I have keep it here 1 less than 45, 2 46 to 50, and 3 more than 55, like that. Okay, so here is the 80% of 20%. Here is 20% of internal marks, and course attainment is 1.4, like this. I know it's a delay in the conclusion of this webinar. Still 350 faculty members have joined this live webinar. That's good. I'm really thankful and appreciable those who have joined since from the starting. Okay, so I know it is delay, but due to the explanations and answering the queries in between, it will take us to the longer duration. But I really appreciable your efforts. Since 11 a.m. you have joined this webinar and try to learn the things. It is really appreciable. Thank you very much for your presence. Okay, so whatever the philosophy we have learned, we have just incorporate into the this. Now next step is the PO attainment depending on this CO attainment 1.4. So next sheet is PO. Next sheet is PO. So for the PO attainment, first we need the CO PO mapping table which we have done earlier. That is CO mapping with PO, and that is table with us because we require this value CO1 PO1 3. We require this value. CO2 we require this value, this average value now, because we have calculated averagely CO, not CO1 CO2 calculated. Is it Maske sir? You are asking that questions now. What about the individual CO? We have calculated CO attainment against this average values. Okay. Now for PO attainment, you require this kind of table. This is course PO mapping. Course PO mapping table is required. Course PO mapping means what? You have to take the average value of CO PO mapping of each course, each subjects, each course and each subjects, each course and each subjects. Now for 20226, I have taken the average value over here. See here, these are the average value, mapping average value here. This is the mapping value here. Okay, already I have taken the course attainment here because now the marks are going to change. That's why the attainment value is 1.72. Now here in PO attainment table, we have added very simple formula for the PO attainment. For the PO attainment, we have used very simple formula. Concentrate on this. Formula number 2. Concentrate on this formula number 2. Try to understand the formula. Once you get this formula, then the PO attainment calculation is very easy. Now our course is mapped with, now I am telling course, not course outcome. Now our course is mapped with the PO, that is average of CO attainment table, mapped with the PO. Now for the PO attainment, we require that average value. That is mapping level in course PO mapping. CO attainment level attainment level means whatever we get after the calculation 2.2, 2.3, 1.4 like that, whatever the value you get for the that particular subjects. Okay, then mapping level of course PO mapping. Suppose you are going to calculate for PO1, calculate for PO1, then you have to find out PO1 map with that course, PO1 map with that course, that is this value 2.75. PO1 map with the course, PO1 map with the course, that is 2.75 value. This value you need to require. If you have the calculator, just do the calculation. If you have the calculation, just do the calculation. Open the calculator. First, you have to take what? The CO attainment. The CO attainment value is in front of you. So 1.72 multiply by 2.75 multiply by 2.75 divided by 3 divided by 3. From where 3 came, I will explain. Just do the calculations and put the answer in chat box. I am waiting for your answer. 2.75, that is the course PO mapping value of the PO1, divided by CO attainment value is 1.72, sorry, into 1.72 divided by 3. 1.57 exactly, Swati ma'am, 1.57 or 1.57.5756 like that. Correct, Dipali Kadam ma'am. Because you can see here, I will make it highlight here now. My answer is given in the attainment table is 1.58, automatically calculated. Kanade sir. See here, 1.58. So what is the formula? CO attainment value into course PO mapping divided by 3. 3 is the maximum correlation value. 3 is what? Maximum correlation value. That's why we have taken the 3. Means we have calculated the PO attainment on rate of 3. On scale of 3. Are you getting? That's good. Your most of the answer are correct now. Now let's try another example for your just better understanding. For PO2, for the calculation of attainment of PO2 now. For PO2. For PO2, take 1 multiply by 1.72, 1 multiply by 1.72 divided by 3. Divided by 3. What will be the answer? What will be the answer? Just calculate for the PO2 now. Correct, Dipali ma'am, 0.58. 0.5733 is the correct answer. Ganesh Banswade sir, that's correct. Junaid sir, that's correct. 0.57, correct. Okay. Let's see here. For PO2, it's 0.57. 0.57. Okay. So in this Excel, if you put the respective formulas, here I have put the formulas, you can see. Let me zoom in. See the formula. Equal to I24 into B21. I24 means course attainment level into B21. B21 cell has the value of course PO mapping of PO1 divided by 3. 3 is the maximum correlation value. So you have to just put that philosophy into the Excel. If you don't know, ask the chat GPT, what can I do to calculate these values? And you have to upload the Excel. Chat GPT will give the answer to you, isn't it? That's why I told you AI is the supportive tool for us. Use it wisely, then you will, it will give you proper answer. Now see here, I have created this a good looking chart. So this is PO1 target and achieve. So target is what? Target is very simple. Target is very simple. Target is very simple. From where this target came? Target came from average of COPO value. Average of CO. See, this is whatever the average, we have taken, that is course PO mapping. I am telling the subjects PO mapping. That average value is considered as a target now, and here is the achieve value, and then chart automatically get formed. Okay, let me change 1 marks, then chart. Okay, now chart get changed. See here. So I have prepared it somewhat dynamic, so it looks good because it should be looks live. If the mark get changed, how the PO attainment and CO attainment get changed. Now value get changed 1.88. Previously it was 1.27, isn't it? So value get changed for the marks due to the marks. I have given the instruction to the Excel that get the randomization marks from lower value to higher value like that. That's why it is get changed. So this is how your PO attainment for the pharmacy ethics law for the year 2023-24 or 24-25 like this. And from that graph or from that chart, you are came to know that we have not achieved most of the POs due to the lacking of good results. Then we need to have take the actions to improve the results, to improve our teaching learning process. So here you can get there is requirement of improvement in your teaching and learning process. So this is why we have to use the Excel or AI tools for improving the effectiveness of our teaching and learning process. Okay, and this is total now. Once you have done for each subjects, then you have to prepare table like this. Okay, for each subjects you have to prepare a table like this. Again you have to take the program exit survey, means direct attainment and indirect attainment, and program exit survey. And from the program exit survey you will get it the value for 20%, and you will get the total value, and final, that is your pharmacy program. Now it is not a, this graph is not related with the pharmacy ethics and law. Now this is the pharmacy program attainment against the PO now. So average of all subjects, means in this table. Now this is the table for our 11 means you have to add practical subjects also over here, and you have to take the average in the last row. Okay, from the last row average you have to take 80% of that, add 20% from the program exit survey collected by the students, add it into that, it will give the values, and that values are nothing but the proper values, means from whole course is from the program outcomes like that. Okay, so this is from my side. So I am just copy the Google form link in the chat box. Let me actually time is over. I want to explain one AI tool for the creation of presentations, but later I will explain it. No problem. I will conduct one more this. Okay. So where is chat box? Okay. Thank you very much for your interactive participation in this particular webinar. This is my first attempt to conduct the webinar for the dear faculty members. So you have to fill this Google form, okay, and wait for my mail for getting the study material with you. Thank you, Geeta ma'am. Rightly said, Dr. Aragade, proper input is required for AI to generate the COPO mapping. Outstanding session. Thank you. Yes, input is really, really important for the AI. And as I told you earlier, AI is not replaceable for us. Means AI is not replacing us, means educators. You need to use it very, very wisely. You have to give proper inputs. So as Dr. Satish Polshettiwar told, 10, 80, 10. 10, 80, 10. Can anyone use the link? Someone says that the link is not opening. Is it opening or not? Just check the Google form link is opening or not for the submission of feedback. Working, sir. Okay. Already I have received the 7 responses. Okay. So it's opening. So again, I will paste it. No problem. If you have joined later, then that particular link will be not visible to you. Those who are already in session, the link is visible to them. We can find Vijay ma'am, already link is available. And most of now they have left the meeting also live, because we have reduced from 350 to 243 peoples in the currently. I am just waiting for sometimes for the peoples who are getting the link, and later I will close this webinar. Thank you very much each and everyone. Thank you, Sugave sir, for your comments. All other comments are also good. It's really motivating me to conduct such a kind of activities. So near about 450 people have joined this webinar. Okay. Chalo, bye. Have a good day. Happy learning. If you have any issue, you can contact me. Thank you, Tushar sir. It's working. Already I have received now say 115 response I have received. I am going to stop the responses also after a few minutes, because if you have shared this link with others, they will take the benefits. I don't want to give the benefits those who have not attended, and it's request to you also, don't share the material with them, because they don't have the time to learn the things and they have want directly the ready-made material. So this could not be happen, isn't it? Okay, shall we stop now? Sanket Shirolkar sir, you can check the charts, previous charts. If it is not visible to you, it means you have not in the live streaming. That's why it is not visible to you. Okay, just give me the confirmation now. Now I am going to stop the sharing and stop this webinar. Thank you very much. First question is repeated twice. Okay, no problem. You can just give the answer. Okay, bye Sujit sir. Thank you very much for your active participation throughout the charts. I have seen your charts. That is the COPO mapping related to the CO1 to PO9. So thank you very much.